success rate that is above the 50th percentile.
Yes, no, sir, it has to be. Look, these are all students who fall within
Qualified.
1 lakh, no, not, they are qualified. They are in 12,50,000.
They will be within the 1,08,000.
1,08,000. Exactly. I'm grateful to your lordship.
Percentage. Thousand consists of 56,000 government colleges
and 52,000 private colleges. I must tell your lordships one more thing. Just to, my lord, give your lordships the correct feel, what is the pan-India impact. I have not deducted the reserved seats. Reserved seats, my lord, the success rate would be, my lord, almost half. While I'll tell your lordship, my lord, out of 100 seats, 50 seats are reserved. SC, ST, OBC, and economically backward class. These are done, my lord, at the state level also. And some states, or maybe all states, some states at least have domicile reservation also. So out of 100 seats, the general category students, depending upon, my lord, which category they belong to, their available seat might be only 45 out of 100. But without touching that, out of 1,80,000, 4030, so if we count that, my lord, this 19.12 would go almost to 10% success rate, my lord, at an all India level. Lord, similarly, now see, my lord, first is Sikar, I have read, my lord, Andhra Pradesh, Tanuku. Total 972 students appeared in 2022. Your lordships may kindly correlate with the heading.
Yes.
Total 179 in top 1,80,000, 8,000. So entitled to get admission subject to reservation, etc. Similarly, in 2023, total 168 students and entitled within 1,88,000 is 213. This year, total students appeared is 1,007 and entitled are 171. So it is lower than the last year. Even in Sikar, 2022, the success rate was 24.02, which is now down to 19.22. Now, Razari. The rank.
So to compensate the delay, they held the examination over again the same day, giving other full time. So they were holding the question paper in their hand for 6 hours, more than 6 hours the same day. How they will be at par with the other people who got exactly 3 hours and 20 minutes?
medium was distributed initially.
Correct.
Then they
In one
distributed-
center out of 4750 centers.
Just in which center was this?
Savai
Savai
Madhopur,
Madhopur.
Rajasthan. And Ghaziabad.
also, sir.
There were
Two centers.
Two centers, my lord, as per their own.
No. Ghaziabad comes for the first. There are no pleadings. There is nothing on the record. I mean, somebody may have
The
told you. I'm not
NTA
disputing.
denying that
But
Ghaziabad
every
was
time
not
raising
held again.
a suspicion
The argument
without
is
any
that
pleading or material may not end the matter.
The argument is wherever the
So,
question,
sir, would I just, let's have clarity of the facts. So what happened was that at the beginning of the examination, if the medium of the candidate was, say, Hindi, the candidates were given English.
Yes.
Then at some point of time, when was this detected? What happened?
yes,
there?
Lord, in Savai Madhopur, they say they detected it through social media at 4:30.
No.
2.5 hours later.
2.5 hours. It is their affidavit on
All
record.
right. Just explain to us what happened.
2 o'clock, Lord, the question paper started. Questions were given to the students. Questions must be raising objection that this is not my medium.
Right.
No action was taken. NTA here in Delhi get to know of this incident at 4:30 the same day.
Right.
Then they take a decision that we will have another examination the same day from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. And then these all 120 students in that center.
So at 4:30, the correct medium was given. They had, in any case, from a different medium, they had.
Just click on it.
Sir, your bill.
मनी ट्रांसफर एंड मच मोर के लिए अब सारा इंडिया बोलेगा यू नो इट।
अब निवेदन नहीं, नरसंहार होगा। नरसंहार।
No, we do not know. There is no
UP
pleading
and
of
Rajasthan.
Ghaziabad. Yesterday, my lord.
There is an NTA press release if they remains in a denial mode.
2 o'clock, these students must have started answering also, albeit in a different
That's right.
medium.
That's right.
They were given an OMR sheet, say, of 2
Everything.
o'clock
Correct.
with English, so they had opted for Hindi.
Correct.
Then at 4:30, this is discovered. So at 6 o'clock, they hold a examination in the correct medium
That's right.
with a separate set of OMR sheets.
Correct.
Now, how many students in Savai Madhopur?
120 as per their showing.
How have those students fared, by the way?
I will show, my lord.
And not
That's the
Ghaziabad
correct
is
answer.
they are in a denial mode. Let kindly put them to the answer because their
All right.
press release
Let the
says
solicitor start. We will,
Ghaziabad,
we'll hear
Ghaziabad
the
also.
solicitor. Yes,
And
thank you.
Savai Madhopur bust another thing. They say we are monitoring it live here and we are securing that everything is fine. In Savai Madhopur, their systems are not working. They say from a social media, we got to know after 2.5 hours of examination that this is what has happened. So their argument that all centers are monitored through live CCTV camera is completely destroyed. There is no system. And these CCTV cameras, some were installed, some were not installed. They have
Where
only
it is
issued
not
checks.
installed, where it is. No, let me start.
All right,
Let
Mr.
me.
Huda, Mr. Huda,
Let
we
me-
allowed you to make your point. Now, no re-argument. Now, we'll hear the
Lord, what has happened is, my lord, let
Now,
me,
you, Mr. Solicitor.
Yes, let me sum up.
Start right from the beginning. Now you
yes,
can
let
sum
me sum up. My lord, I'm, my lord, not either against the petitioners, they are also, my lord, students, nor against those, my lord, who are not before the court. I am, my lord, on behalf of NTA. What I have understood from the petitioner's point of view is, they have been able to give instances of 3 or 4 or 7 centers and raise a kind of a apprehension or suspicion. Even if the suspicion is true, it would be true only for the purpose of, my lord, that particular center, and I'll come to it separately. Now, my lord, your lordships are examining an issue where approximately 24 lakh students are involved. Lord, the total number of centers are 4,750. When your lordships examine, my lord, whether there is a pan-India cross-country impact or not, my lord, this would be a relevant figure.
This one. Mr. Huda, I know that you are very energetic, but you can please sit on the chair. Why do you have to stand? Tell your juniors also to sit on the chair. It causes me less stress when everybody is comfortably seated in the chair. So the juniors have some chairs there. There are some chairs with the locklets. They're all not here, so you can come and sit here. Please sit quietly and listen to it in peace. Yes.
Yes. But, my lord, nonetheless, we must satisfy your lordship's conscience from the figures and statistics. Not, my lord, somebody tells us something, some social media post, which we will show, my lord, how social media posts like Telegram, etc. My lord, from evidence, my lord, we will be able to show how they are tempered. But leave it at that, my lord, for the time being. We will have to satisfy your lordships that pan-India, cross-country, there is no impact and result has remained consistent. But at the outset, I may point out that top 100 students, look, this is the test of a fair examination being conducted. Top 100 students are spread over 95 centers. (56 cities) and 18 states and or union territories. My lord, this is, according to me, my lord, the first prime test. That first 100, if I have the paper, if my group has the paper, it would be a bulk of people topping the exam. Because if I have the questions, I have the answers, obviously.
Now, just one thing we wanted to ask you. In this top 100, do we have any students coming from, say, Hazaribagh?
Yes, I'll show everything.
You'd like to see?
Yes, my lord. And I will also show what was the position.
Sikar, Hazaribagh.
Yes. Look, what I have also done, we have done an exercise as to what was the position of those centers in 2022, 2023 and 2024. Whether there is any marked jump or rise or not. That would be the only indication for deciding cross-country impact, if at all there is any impact. My lord, we have filed, my lord, submissions, my lord. My lord, it is mailed to your lordships, but for ready reference, I can. I have, my lord, the hard copies as well.
Look at it. Okay, written submission.
Lord, I would start from, Lord, how the examination is conducted. There is a concept called percentile, and there was a confusion. That confusion remained, and unfortunately, young children are, my lord, unnecessarily tensed because of wrong narrative which is going on. The narrative was that for centers like Rajkot, more than 30 candidates were qualified. General impression was that if you are qualified, you are getting admission in the medicine. in the course of your choice. Lord, there has always been, and this year also, a system of coming to a figure called percentile. A percentile is a figure. After we get the result, it is fed into the computer system and we request that we want 50% percentile. It can be 60, it can be 70, depending upon the nature, but in this exam, it has always been 50%. So it gave us the figure of 164. It merely means in common parlance that out of 24 lakh students, I'm taking a rough figure, it's 23 lakh something. Out of 24 lakh students, 12.5 lakhs would be below 164 and 12.5 lakhs would be above 164. Those who are above 164 are qualified and rest of them are not qualified. So all those 12.5 lakhs would not get admission.
Cutoff marks for the 50th percentile is 164 out of 72.
For the purpose of qualification, I'll tell you, Lordship, the reason why this is done.
Is always taken as a 50th percentile or what is it?
Percentile, yes.
Year on year.
Year on year, Manoj. Last year it was 137, which indicates that this year number of students increased. Number two, maybe this batch of students of 24 lakhs was little more hardworking. And third, the syllabus was not sliced down. But nothing turns on that, Manoj. Last time it was 1/3. So 12.5 lakhs are qualified. Seats are 1 lakh and 8,000 only. Why this was required to be done? Manoj, it was noticed years back that I'm sorry.
The 12.5 lakh students are 50th percentile and above.
Above, and therefore qualified. Roughly, 12.5 is, I have taken the figure of 24 lakhs, it is 23 lakhs something. 37, whatever. I'm just for the purpose of ease of argument. Why this was required? Years back it was found that some private medical colleges, your lordships are aware, there are some management seats, management quota seats. They used to be filled up by people who are not even qualified, who got 50 marks or 70 marks. Therefore, this system was introduced that we will come out with a figure of percentile and qualification. They are eligible. They are eligible to be admitted either in government medical college or in private medical college. So now, even a private medical college in their management quota cannot take anyone who is less than 12,50,000 because they are not qualified. So Rajkot had 30 people who are qualified, meaning thereby they were above 12,50,000 figure. Not that they will get admission. We have done that analysis. Please see page 13 of my note. To remove that narration, my learned friend has very fairly not argued this issue, but please see 13. First, I have given, your lordship sees right hand side, I have gone from top to bottom. That's why, states are also, coming not at the same time. Gujarat, Bhavnagar, total appeared 5,800, greater or equal to 164, 4,660. Therefore, success ratio, meaning thereby success for being declared qualified, not admission, is 80.34%. Next is Andhra Pradesh, Vijayawada, then Rajasthan, Sikar, then Gujarat, Rajkot, Andhra Pradesh, Tanuku, etc., etc., etc. It goes on, and I'm not taking your lordships through the entire country and entire city wise.
Done this for every
city.
For every city.
Every city.
Actually, you've done it for every city or state. How does it work? For every
City. No, this is done city-wise. But center-wise also, wherever they have,
It is because no, it is
city-wise or center-wise?
Bhavnagar is city.
No, it is city-wise arranged in descending order. This is only to remove an impression that those
How many cities totally?
571.
So this data is for all the 571.
571. Cities, my lord, 569. I stand corrected. 569. My lord, we have centers at some other countries also. For example, page 13, your lordships would find serial number 6, Dubai. Dubai has a center, my lord, where we conduct the exam. Muscat, Singapore. So including the outs.
You also have Doha, Sharjah,
Yes, my lord.
Kuwait.
Yes, my lord. So the adding them also, the total cities, I'll treat them as city, my lord, as a,
Right.
it is a center. 569. The lowest is Chhattisgarh, Narayanpur with 8.6%.
Right.
This is the limited purpose, my lord, to show that more number of people getting qualified doesn't mean that they are getting admission.
They are just above the 50th percentile. That's
Yes, they have crossed 12 lakhs mark. That's all. But kindly now come to page 28.
Annexure A began at what page?
13, my lord. 1, 3, and it goes on till 27. Annexure B, my lord. It's not annexure A, annexure B. It goes on till 27. I'm not, my lord, reading, it's not necessary, my lord, but descending order, we have given, my lord, the number of students who qualified.
maybe up to 72%.
Uh, But the moment your lordship goes further, the lordship would realize, my lord, that how that number also decreases, those who are likely to get admission. Your Lordships would find Judger at page 14, my lords. Serial number 69. It has 59% students qualify. Yes, Lord, before I take your lordships to the next annexure, Lord, kindly allow me to place only one fact, Lord, which is an accepted fact in public domain. But there are certain centers like Kota, Sikar, Kottayam in south, Rajkot. There are several centers which are hubs of competitive examinations, coaching centers. My Lord, the word which generally, my Lord, the newspapers have used, factory, is possibly taken from a recent web series, Kota Factory.
They are HubSpot.
For coaching centers for entrance examinations or other examinations like UPSC. Kota is considered to be the best in UPSC, but UPSC, NEET, IIT, JEE, several competitive examinations.
Which are they? Kota, Sikar?
Kota, Sikar, Kottayam, Namakkal in Tamil Nadu, Rajkot in Gujarat, well, there are several coaching centers, several hostels, right from those who cannot afford, they would have their hostels. Those who can afford, they can have flats, they can hire flats. There are PG accommodations, but all essentially the entire economy is on students. They are given question papers every alternate day. Some dummy paper would be formed by the coaching classes and they would be asked to appear in that examination. They are trained how to attempt those questions where you are very confident. Thereafter, to examine the questions where you have to give a little time, how to avoid negative marking, etc. So when a child sits in the actual examination, it is his 201st examination, hypothetical.
So the students who would really be sitting at those centers would not necessarily be students who are domiciled in that.
No.
They will be coming from outside.
They are mostly outside. Mostly outsiders, because now this has become a competitive field. So parents send their children. Whether I am preparing for a civil service or I am preparing for NEET, I'll go stay there for a year. I'll have coaching. I'll have a PG accommodation, hostel accommodation, etc., etc. And this is going on since many years. But still, there is no alarming rise from last years to this year. But just I wanted to say that example of seeker, quota, etc. may not assist your lordships to arrive at a correct conclusion because they are sui generis centers. What I would get, my lord, at say Jamnagar in Gujarat, some better, my lord, training is imparted in Kota or in Sikar or in Kottayam or in Namakkal, etc., etc. But that also, now, my lord, what we have done is that I have told your lordships which number of students are above 12,50,000 and which are below. Now we forget those who are below. Out of 12,50,000, that is above percentile and who are qualified, how many students were qualified were getting admission last year, last to last year and this year? Whether there is any unexplainable spurge, there is any increase or any shocking development, that exercise we have done, which your lordships would find at page 28. Lord, your lordships would find the title is table showing city-wise success rate. And if your lordships were to see, my lord, the subtitle, one is state, another is city. Number of candidates appeared in 2022. My lord, the fourth column. Your lordship gets that, my lord. Number of students appeared in 2022. Number of top 1,08,000 in that year. Then number of students appeared in 23. Similarly, number of top 10,800.
So when
And-
you say your solicitor success rate, that is above the 50th percentile.
Yes, no, no, sir, it has to be. Look, these are all students who fall within
Qualify.
1 lakh, no, not, they are qualified. They are in 12 lakh
They
50,000,
will be within the 1,08,000.
1 lakh 8,000. Exactly. I'm grateful to your lordships.
Yes, yes, percentage. Thousand consists of 56,000 government colleges.
And 52,000 private colleges. I must tell your lordships one more thing. Just to, my lord, give your lordships the correct feel, what is the pan-India impact. I have not deducted the reserved seats. Reserved seats, my lord, the success rate would be, my lord, almost half. While I'll tell your lordship, my lord, out of 100 seats, 50 seats are reserved. SC, ST, OBC, and economically backward class. These are done, my lord, at the state level also. And some states, or maybe all states, some states at least have domicile reservation also. So out of 100 seats, the general category students, depending upon, my lord, which category they belong to, their available seat might be only 45 out of 100. But without touching that, out of 1,80,000, 4030. So if we count that, my lord, this 19.12 would go almost to 10% success rate, my lord, at an all India level. My lord, similarly, now see, my lord, first is Sikar, I have read, my lord, Andhra Pradesh, Tanuku. Total 972 students appeared in 2022. Your lordships may kindly correlate with the heading.
Yes.
Total 179 in top 1,80,000, 8,000. So entitled to get admission subject to reservation, etc. Similarly, in 2023, total 168 student and entitled within 1,88,000 is 213. This year, total students appeared is 1,007 and entitled are 171. So it is lower than the last year. Even in Sikar, 2022, the success rate was 24.02, which is now down to 19.22. Now, Razari. The rank.